So you got caught with 1.2 million in cash, didn't you?
Yeah, something like that. Got caught with a few bucks here and there.
23 years old, right?
24. I think I went in when I was 24. 23, 24.
15 years, first time in trouble.
First time in trouble.
Never been in trouble. And the cops that were involved that he had on his payroll got probation.
Well, you know, the justice system sometimes is a little unfair.
Man, you're practically a kid, you know what I mean? And then you got these cops that grown, know better. Got probation.
So,
that pissed me off. It's stupid.
There was you wanted me to talk about.
Yeah, how that came back. You with these cops that were on your block.
The one. So the one guy, what I ended up doing was every time I went to a corner store, boom, this officer was over there at the corner. And so, you know, at that time, I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do because, you know, obviously
can't conduct business. You can't run a corner.
He's in the way. And so I kept watching that damn movie. What's that with Denzel?
Training Day.
No, American Gang. Was it?
American Gangster. Yeah,
American Gangster.
After that movie came out, everybody was making those Blue Magic dope bags too.
There was Blue Magic was everywhere,
and they weren't worth a shit.
They were.
They were. People making these Blue Magic trying to imitate. But anyway.
And so I said, you know what? If he can do it, I guess I can do it. But anyway, I ended up going to the corner store and got a Pepsi and a bag, a little paper brown bag, and put about $2,000 in there.
Now, how big were you then? Have some weight on you?
No, not that big.
You could outrun the cop?
Yeah. At that time, I could. I mean,
I was wondering what you was thinking. If you were going to run?
They'll call me. They call me. You know, another nickname was Fat Boy, and so, I mean, I wasn't fat, but I mean, I wasn't.
It sounds better in Spanish, though, don't it?
It sounds the same, I guess.
I don't know. Yeah. As old man Ike said, I don't speak that Yang-a-Lang stuff.
Yeah, that Walla shit. But yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, I gave the guy the offer, and so I had the $2,000. I believe it was like $2,000, and the bag.
You say you were scared?
Oh, I was definitely scared because I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought that was it. That, you know, he was going to, you know, lock me up after this. So I just tried my hand. I hit that dang window, and I was like, hey, if you like what's in this bag, get back at me. Get back, you know, give me a shout back. And I had dropped my number in there. I wrote my number in that bag. And
now when he shaves, he don't look like, he looks all tough and gangster stuff right now. But when he shaves, he looks like a big old kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had a whole bunch of pictures when we was in the joint, and before that too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, listen, I dropped it in there, and I remember dropping the bag inside the police car seat, and like he looked at me crazy, and I was like, if you like what you see there, call me. And I just walked up. I mean, like I speed walked up the block, and I was scared to death. I thought he was coming. They was coming for me.
Didn't you leave a number with him?
I left a number in the bag.
I remember.
I jotted down a number.
I got a memory now, don't I?
Yeah, that's how I went down. I just wrote down the number and I put it inside the bag, and I just told him, I said, hey, listen, if this is what you want, just give me a call back. And we went from there. That afternoon, I believe he called me. And
you don't know if he's setting you up or nothing too.
Right. I wasn't sure, and we hooked up at that time. They had like these little cellular places, like little, you know.
Yeah, the little throwaway phones and all that.
Yeah, so we went there, and you know, he was like, you know, who are you? Are you what's the people that works for the police, the internal affairs? He's like, are you like internal?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I don't know who the hell internal affairs. I don't know listen, all I know is that you are an inconvenience for me. You know, so if you want to go about your business, you want me to do.
So it started with getting rid of him.
Well, yeah, I needed him out of the area, so I
did some reading up. There was another one where you saw a connected said, and that you had them arrest you, so it looked like.
Yeah.
So it looked like you got.
Well, that happened way down the road. There was a situation that arose with that, but I mean that's a whole story.
You know how many Puerto Ricans got your name? It's hard to find that too.
Yeah. It's a common name. It's a common name.
There's a referee, a jiu-jitsu black belt here. Every time I searched you for the last 5 years on Facebook,
he'll pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was But at the time, like, you know, when all that started, and you know, we can do videos further down the line.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
We can go like.
He's starting a channel, okay? I'm gonna choke him out and give him a titty twister.
No titty twister.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a titty twister.
God damn it,
Yeah, I'm gonna rip that damn nipple off of it if you don't start. He's got so many stories you don't understand.
But back to that officer, man. Like, you know, he took the offer, and before I knew it, you know, it expanded from just one person to almost a 5-6 officer crew. You know, and it just
and you had reign to do more.
As time went on, so you know, everything started, like I said, from that moment on. Once I gave him that bag, and he took the offer, he was like, "Yeah, you know, I like what I see in that bag." You know,
he got corruption charge. They gave him more time than the drugs did, right?
Yeah.
Corruption is what they call it.
Yeah. So anytime you get you dealing with corrupt officials, you know, politicians, officers,
they give the 23-year-old the corruption charge. And the cops that were old enough to know better, now he's going to act like, well, you know, it was all me. No, they knew better.
Well, some of them, they did get charged and had a lengthy prison system, a sentence.
Oh, somebody told on the other ones and stuff.
Yeah, but there was others that didn't. Like, I know there was 2, I think, that went off with probation, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I read that. It pissed me off, man.
Yeah, and there was, because something happened with. One of them had a heart attack. I forget what the hell happened, but I know some of them skated. Some did have to do some time, but you know, at the end of the day, heck, if he would have stopped me there and arrested me right there, I don't even think I would have even got 15 years. I think that probably would have been like a 2 to 5 year hit, maybe.
But you wouldn't be with your wife. You wouldn't have to get everything happens. That's what me and Casey.
Everything did align because of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like the things that. I had to go through that to be where I'm at right now.
He got a prison marriage. I don't mean no flaming Raymond stuff. He'd tell you about Raymond too. Raymond, big old country boy too.
Big old white boy.
Big old country boy. Turn boys out. Now he didn't seem like he was, you know, that way, but he was. Okay, you wouldn't guess it. He seemed like a good old white guy that'll guide you through prison. And then I told him he didn't make people wear tight pants, but he'd have them like they were his caddy. He'd be walking up front. They'd have like 3 bags walking behind him. Yeah. And then he'd get behind them when they got back in the unit. Yeah, some messed up stuff going on in there.
Yeah, prison is dangerous. It's a dangerous place.
Man.
You got to watch out for the flaming Raymonds. Yeah.
Now, see, we got so many people in there about scams. I had this thing and I said, I don't know if you remembered, I said, pay attention to who talks to you in a day and doesn't ask you for something at the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
That was my personal rule. It's going to be few to none. It's one of the few people, you know, talk, pick up, and everything else. This is my best friend in there, man. And it's, you know, it's a place full of sucky people, but there are some good people, and that's what sucked too. Seeing him with all that time, that young and everything, you know.
Yeah, some you in prison, you going to meet good quality people. You
gonna meet crazy people too,
and that too.
Yeah.
So you gotta filter out who's who and what's what as time goes on, because there are people that just want to, if they know you have money, they'll cater to you just to take from you, you know. So the
people
best thing,
thought they was gonna get me at first too, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, why? Because you're a white kid,
and I don't talk like I'm straight.
Yeah, you're a white
I'm
kid.
skinny.
Well, you know, back then,
Nah,
you're smaller
around.
You know, and so they'll think like, oh, this is an easy mark. He has money. Oh yeah, you know.
You remember what changed it though?
What's that?
Philly, remember Philly, black dude?
Philly with with the bald head.
Yeah. I was doing
Philly with the bald head. Yeah.
Fox was about 6'3", 240, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Fox was huge, man.
And I'd get a hold of him, put him in, get him in a hold, choke, pin, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Philly's like, put me in that. Let me see if I can get out of that. Now he was letting me put him in a pin. He was allowing it, which it's hard getting to the pin. Holding someone in, it's not hard. But I held him, he couldn't get up, and he like, oh, and people were like, whoa. And then, you know, some other stuff happened, but like that little demonstration, like display of it, like had some people thinking. You know what I mean? You don't want the little white guy to beat you, because then everybody's gonna make fun of you.
Yeah.
Yes, there's always that. And Gabe, this big old steroided dude, giant, tiny little legs. You never see him with shorts on.
Who?
Gabe. Yeah.
Gabe was big up top though. Like he was.
He done steroids. Told me he did. He was.
Oh, that's what made him so.
Yeah, he told me he did. He was about 240 on the street. He
had like what, a 20-year sentence or something.
I don't know.
He was in there for a while.
But he would always be like, try to say, like, you know, it wouldn't work. And I'd say, well, come on, let's grapple right here. You know, no punching, let's grapple. He wouldn't ever take me up on it.
Yeah.
But I'd always do it. He says, you know I could take you down if I wanted to. And I said, if you take me down and we go to the ground, that's where I'm going to get you. You know, that's where I'm going to get you at. And he wouldn't ever do it. And I'd wrestle with anybody, wouldn't I?
All day,
Anybody. And, you know, against my will, this dude come over here, smack me in the back of my head. Think it's tough, huh? Do you? I mean, he talks regular the rest of the time, and all of a sudden, you know, and then he'd jump on me. I'd be in the chair, then boom, chair collapse. He'd be over. I'd be, oh Lord! So I started learning the double underhooks, and I put my head under that chin of yours.
Yeah.
And I just learned he lied to me today about something. He said that I cracked his rib.
You did crack it. It was like a I don't know, man. It hurt. How about that?
How I did it though was I'd get my biceps under your armpits, and I'd link them into the bunk.
I don't know what the hell happened. I know I was in goddamn.
But you were tied into the bunk. Like, it was he's like this, and I'd dig my head up under his chin, and I'd lift me up and just tap a little bit.
Was this like towards the end when you was about to go home, wasn't
it? I didn't rush and get double underhook something, no. I'd be sitting there and have him jump on top of me. I had to get something quick. You know, it's a big man right here. But, yeah, and remember Pimpson?
Pimpson, yeah.
Pimpson, son of a pimp.
Son of a pimp.
I hurt him on accident.
2
1
weeks.
week. Yeah,
was it one?
Yeah, 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week. Yeah.
I got Mom to send his fiance a ring.
Yeah.
And he kept falling out on the compound, remember?
Yeah.
Saying, I'm going to sue the BOP. And I'm like, you aren't going to sue anything. Nobody sues the BOP, you idiot. Wait till I leave.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Gabe like, you know you hurt that boy.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing.
So this is the problem, right? It doesn't matter if you broke the man's rib or not, right? The thing is that when you go to the infirmary, or you go to the doctor, whatever, and they're gonna ask you, hey, what happened? You know, did you get into a fight or whatever? And if you say, yeah, I got into a fight, what's gonna happen?
18 more months around sweaty balls.
You want to go back to the shoe? Yeah, they're gonna hit you. They're gonna
drug program. You're gone.
And
gone.
so that was the worry that the kid will say, hey. Spence did this to me, or whatever the case may have been.
Oh man!
And that right there would have been, the end of Spence.
And he
right
slept
there.
on the top bunk too. He had to talk. I had to pay his celly so he could sleep on the bottom bunk. I was like, oh god, that was the most stressful week of my life.
Was it 1 or 2 weeks out? I thought
it might have been 2 weeks out. It felt like 10 years.
Yeah, it was an eternity because
I'm that close to the door.
And you don't need that nonsense right now, because if he says one thing and says, hey, yes, Spence did. That's it.
And Gabe was sniffing around trying to ask too many questions. You know you hurt that boy. With that grin. I'm like, you don't know anything. It's my friend. He's hurt. I'm being a Christian and helping him out. That's what I'm doing. You don't worry about the hell I'm doing.
Right.
God, and oh my God. His back. And I said, oh no.
Hey, that there. You end up getting in the ring to his old lady had wanted to pick it up, wasn't it?
Mom sent it to her.
Yeah.
Expressed overnight.
Yeah.
And I didn't ever think he didn't ever seem like he was going to tell, but
but the way he kept acting like he was falling out in the yard. That just brings attention.
I heard lock down. They hit the button, and I look out the window. I see him on the ground. They get the golf cart. Yeah. I said, "Oh my God!" And he gets back. I'm like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I'm gonna sue the BOP. I'm like.
Because he fell off the top.
People fall off the top bunk all the time. You're not going to sue the BOP. No. Guards beating people up, everything else. I mean, it is so rare to sue the BOP successfully. Ishmael did it. He was in the ADX. Remember him?
Yeah.
Randall Royer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a white guy, very articulate Muslim. He was recruiting people fighting Bosnia or something. The first day he came up to me and said, my name's Ishmael, and I'm going to beat your deadlift record. Just want to let you know I'm coming for you. And I was like, freaking weird. It was weird. And he's bigger than me too. And he thought he was going to beat it. He didn't beat it though. But he'd get to watching that TV and some of that news stuff, he says he's reformed. He'd start watching some of that news stuff and I'd see them wheels start turning. I was like, man.
Yeah.
We had a lot of terror people in there. High profile terror people.
Yeah, we did.
Remember that hateful, the little angry Muslim man in the corner?
Yeah,
quiet. I was friends with him.
He was from Pakistan, I believe.
They said he was funding something. He told me they stay and everything else. But you watch him watching the news.
I believe he was. He'll say when I used to ask him, he'll say he was what's that political
Prisoner, yeah.
Yeah,
He
would
gets so
never,
mad watching Donald Trump.
He would never admit to nothing. He would always say that, you know, he was detained because of religious belief and da 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 da, this, that, and all that. So, you know, so be it. Those guys, I left them be, you know.
Khalifa would talk about stuff like that. He talked about different people. Say, nah, he's all right. He'd say, now him, he hates America. And Khalifa would have you cracking up about that. He's the one that told me about Paul the Prowler.
Who, Khalifa?
Paul the Prowler. You know
who
Paul.
Who
Remember Gold Mountain Paul?
Yeah.
Lil Swole put him out there? Yeah, Swole.
Oh, Swole was it?
Word up. Yeah. Word up.
What happened with Khalifa though? Khalifa ended up going to another prison, or he ended up?
I don't know what happened to him. I remember it used to be me, Khalifa, King, and Jay, and then Jay beat up Duck Sauce.
Oh my God, Duck Sauce!
Duck Sauce at the medium came up to me when I was on the computer messaging my ex, the hussy, who y'all have heard about, awful person, and he started talking to me, and I let him know, you know, trying to talk to girlfriend. He kept talking. I said, listen, I'm gonna make it clear, you know, ain't nothing against you if you are, but I'm not gay. So we stop this right now. I gave him a whole speech, and then he looks at me, turns his, and he says, yeah, I remember when I thought I wasn't gay. So anyways, and he keeps on talking to me. I said, oh, and I had to go get his man, Marshmallow. Marshmallow was his man. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he got another 20 years for murder. His man.
In prison?
Yeah, he murdered somebody on the street, and he told somebody at the medium, and they told on him. Yeah, he's out there in Colorado with that Jared from Subway. But yeah, it's the medium. You don't understand. That low security. That was a nice yard, wasn't it?
It was.
That was a nice yard.
It was.
The medium. Oh my God, we had a broken soccer goal to do pull-ups off of. No weights. We lifted dirt.
Damn.
Dirt.
Yeah. The only experience I had there was just at the shoe, but you know I didn't go to the actual compound. It was only one. So the hole at the low, there wasn't a hole at the low. There wasn't a shoe at the low.
It's off the medium. The hole.
They transfer you over to the medium, and then you do your time there, and then you come back to the low, wherever they're going to ship you. Ship you. So
yeah. But anyway, that's about it. You know, it's my buddy right here. I've told y'all so much about him. We're going to do some more stuff in the future. Gave him some walking money too. I got this junkie with a monkey fund because I told him I'm gonna get a pet monkey with a little spinny cap to the right side of his back.
Man, you remember that damn pet monkey, man? That dude kept talking about the damn pet monkey. I think Little was talking about the damn pet monkey.
Yeah,
no. It was another guy. Yeah, it was Little. I think he used to talk about the damn pet monkey. I'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah, but yeah, I had this junkie. People donate money. I mashed it. I gave him a good handful, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
Gave stepdaughter a few bucks too. She drove down with them, and she was looking like, man, stepdad going to go see his old prison friends. So I slipped her $60. Said, here, you know you're coming up here seeing your stepdad friend from prison, and saying, you know, and she was happy with me after that. So you know, these people are going to be family. Now they are family, you know. So we're going to see each other. We're going to go do some more birthday stuff from him. Then we might go do some hood rat stuff with our friends. But anyway, y'all have a good one.